Hi there, everyone. This is an explanation of assignment 10. I'm going to do a very summed up, simplified version of what's written on the document, but I encourage you to read the whole document. Just to review, first of all, I'm playing this with a tuned down low E string. The low E string is a D, and that's to allow me to have a low drone that I can use D related chords on all the string sets. So I recommend you try that. Okay, review. Previously we did modes where we use two major triads a whole step apart. Every mode has a place where there's two major triads a whole step apart. So for example, here's a D right here with our shape that we called caterpillar on the 7th fret and the middle string sets, and previously we did stuff like and up to 2 major to get a Lydian sound and down a whole step to get a Mixolydian sound. Okay, now what we're going to do is explore what are called 3-2 riffs, and these are riffs where we take the third chord of a mode and the second chord of a mode, and combined with a low drone of the root, you get all 7 notes of the mode. When you did the 2 triads a whole step apart, 2 major triads, you're always missing 1 note. But this way, if we do the third note chord of a mode and the second chord of a mode along with its low root, you get all 7 notes of a mode. So, and there's a lot of reasons why that's kind of adds to the possibilities. So, but what I'm going to do is, the main goal that I think you guys should focus on is just finding these little pairs of chords and seeing if you can find a way to play them in 2 different places. And then pick 1 or 2 that really capture your ear and see if you can write a modal song fragment over 1 or 2 of those riffs and use that as a starting point for a modal song. So let me guide you through the process. So the first one's Lydian, and as you can see, the 3 chord in Lydian is a minor chord and the 2 chord is a major chord. Now just to put that in context, I'm going to pick a D chord voicing. I'll do the one that's most obvious to everyone, which is this. And as you know, if it was a major key, the 2 chord would be minor, and the way we make that chord minor is by lowering the 3rd, which is there. So I'd go up here and I would do a 2 minor and then a 3 minor and a 4 major, etc. That would be a major key. But in Lydian, the 2 chord is major, so I go to there, and the 3 chord is minor, so I go to there. So that gives me my 3-2 riff chords. There's my 3 chord and there's my 2 chord. Now if I play these 2 chords along with the low drone, I'm going to get all 7 notes of the Lydian mode. I'm going to do a simple pattern which just goes from the low E open D string, it's the low 6th string, normally an E but now it's a D, and then I'm going to play the 3rd string, 2nd string, 1st string. I'm just going to go in order, thumb, index, middle, ring, and then I'm going down to my 2 major. And against that you would sing the mode do, re, mi, fi, sol, la, ti, do, ti, la, sol, fi, mi, re, do, etc. You get used to the mode that way. And that's one location, right? So then I find another location. The way I find it is I find the 1 chord first, like here's a D using horse, and I move up to my 2 major and then my 3 minor. So I could do it right there. So I've just accomplished my goal. I've found that chordal riff in 2 places. A third place, if you want to get down to this string set, is to find my D here, go up to my 2 major, and find my 3 minor, and do this. So there's the Lydian one. I'm not going to do them all just because of just because of time, but I'll do a few more of them real quick. So my next one's Ionian. I'm going to do them all from D, just for simplicity's sake. So I'll find one of those D chords I played a minute ago. How about this one? And then I need a 2 minor and a 3 minor. I do my drone and some kind of finger picking pattern. And there's my Ionian one. Okay, here's my mixo. My mixo is 3 diminished and 2 minor. Well, first I find my 1 major, which again will be D. And then I go up to my 2 minor and my 3 diminished, which will be like a minor chord. Just got to find the 5th. It's right there. Lower it down. There's my diminished. So 2 minor and 3 diminished. Here we go. There's my mixo. That was my mixo 3-2 riff. Here's a Dorian one. Again, the 1 chord is no longer D major, it's D minor. I got a 2 minor and a flat 3 major. There's my Dorian. So there's my 3, 2. And I find that in at least one other location. And then there's an Aeolian. Let me do a different D chord this time. How about this one? That's major. I make it minor because it's Aeolian. And then I find a 2 diminished and a flat 3 major. That gives me an Aeolian scale. Phrygian is flat 2 and flat 3. So there's my 2, my 1, sorry, my flat 2 major and my flat 3 major. Now the Locrian one you can do just for fun, but you don't have to write any music in Locrian. It's too unstable. Okay, so you find at least 2 places to play each of those 3-2 riffs. Then you mess around with 1 or 2 of them that you like the best. Sing the scale and see if you can come up with some kind of modal song seed from that exploration. Then once you've got a seed, if you want to develop it into something more, so much the better. And when you do develop it into something more, it can be a song that it goes beyond just being purely modal. It no longer has to stay modal after that. So for example, if you were doing some kind of Phrygian thing, or something, then it could break out of that into some other tonal area. It doesn't have to stay in the mode after you've got your initial song seed. Okay, so it's kind of an exploration exercise, and maybe you'll get a cool song seed out of it. That's it in a nutshell. You can read more details to get some more ideas from the document.